Hi, I'm Tiffany Craig of Continuum Counseling Services in Columbia, Maryland, and this is your Mental Health Minute. We've been talking about anxiety, and in my first blog on anxiety, we talked about what's going on chemically when we're anxious. So then in 2, 3, and 4, we talked about specific techniques that you can use to stop that flow of adrenaline in your body. I have one last technique that could be helpful that I'll teach you today, but just as a review, with anxiety, we have to first manage chemically what's going on in our bodies and make it stop so that we aren't anxious. And second, think through our thoughts in a different way so that we're controlling the anxiety at a different level and stopping anxiety and panic. Okay, so today's technique is called what I call a brain vacation. Okay, brain vacation is very similar to the multisensory reground that I covered in just the last video. So I do strongly recommend review that one again. The basic premise is this: your body doesn't know where it is until you tell it where it is. So it's going to chemically fire where you tell it consciously it is. Okay. So if you're in a panic state or if you're in a general state of anxiety, a lot of people carry a certain level of anxiety that feels like normal to them, but it's actually quite high and it's really stressful on the body. So practicing the brain vacation on a regular basis can help lower that baseline anxiety and also help you in a given moment that might be anxious. There's some times where we're sort of trapped. Say you're on a plane and you're really anxious about flying. It's a perfect place to use a brain vacation. Or you're waiting in a doctor's office and you're really having a hard time controlling your thoughts. Brain vacation can be very helpful in that environment. I don't recommend that you do it at times when you're doing things like driving, because that could be dangerous. Don't be dangerous. That's just not smart. So, all right. So the brain vacation, using the same idea as the multisensory reground, you're going to use all 5 of your senses, but this time, instead of getting yourself to chemically fire here and now, you're going to chemically fire somewhere much, much nicer. Okay. So if you just close your eyes and imagine your special space, someplace where you feel as safe as possible, where you feel as protected as possible, where you are not in any kind of threat whatsoever. And I want you to in your mind's eye, look around you and notice what you see. Notice in vivid details. What colors do you see? What lines do you see? What textures do you see? Are these things moving, or are they standing still, or are they, what do you actually see? Notice with as much graphic detail as possible what you see in this haven space. Then ask yourself what you hear. Catch the nuances of it. Are you outside? Is there something you can hear in the air? Is there something you can hear under your feet? Is there something you can hear if you're inside, if you're in a house or whatever? What do you actually hear? Name several things that you hear and describe them to yourself as vividly as possible. Then think about touch. Think about what your feet can feel in this haven space. What do your fingers feel in this haven space? What do you take in your skin? Is there a breeze? Is there, water? What do you feel in this haven space? And start to shift your chemical firing. What do you taste in this space? Now in the brain vacation, that's actually easier than the multisensory reground because it's your imagination. You can put anything in you want. You could have a hot cup of cocoa. You could have a fabulous tequila. It doesn't matter what it is. You can have some sort of taste, some wonderful food that always brings you comfort. The best chocolate in the world can be yours during a brain vacation. Just imagine yourself putting it in your mouth and describe the taste and the sensation of the taste that you have as you're experiencing this thing. So using all 5 of your senses in vivid detail, describing as graphically as possible, you will change the chemical firings in your body from the panic state and into the peaceful state. And brain vacations are free. I love that part. It's awesome. You can access one at any time and nobody even has to know what you're doing. So I hope that that's useful to you. Those are the 4 physical techniques that I can give you for changing the body chemistry. In the next set of videos, we're going to talk a little bit more about thoughts and how to control the thoughts once you've already controlled what's going on physiologically with anxiety. So stay tuned for your next Mental Health Minute. Take care. Let's face it, sometimes life is just hard. The good news is you don't have to go through it alone. We all hit different bumps and challenges along the way, and I'm here to help you. So go to my website, www.mypeace.co. That's www.mypeace.co, not com, co. I do mean that. And click on the Contact Tiffany button. Let's talk. You can send me an email, you can text me, you can call me, either way. But let's figure out how we can get you moving from surviving to thriving. As the great Maya Angelou once wrote, surviving is important, but thriving is elegant. So let's thrive. I'll talk to you soon.